Hi, this is Matt Marchant, and we're going to go through 5 more advanced stretches, and in these stretches, stability ball is required. Now these stretches are again for better posture, for improved breathing. Real quick with stability balls, you want to make sure that you're using one that is inflated properly. It's got enough air in it. There's different sizes. This one is 65 centimeter, so for someone about my height, 65 is appropriate. For most people, 65 would be fine, maybe 55. Those are the only 2 that really need to use. Anyways, make sure it's inflated properly. Check for any holes, any hissing noise. Obviously, things got a leak in it. Some of these things can pop and you can fall. If you haven't used a stability ball before, you probably want to go back to the other video with the first 5 stretches. If you have, these are some great stretches. So first one, you would do this one standing. I'm just kneeling. I don't have to change camera angles here. First one is going to be the levator scapula. Okay, don't worry about the name. We're going to go back into hand back behind, similar how we did for the trap stretch. So instead of pulling to the side, with the trap stretch we were pulling at 3 or 9 o'clock, I was looking at 12 o'clock with my head. I'm going to now turn and look towards 10 o'clock, and I'm going to pull my chin towards that 10 o'clock. So I'll show you from the front. I'm taking this hand behind the back, drive your shoulder down, lift your chest up. I'm turning to 10 o'clock, so I'm turning away from the shoulder, not into the shoulder. That's being stretched. Away, 10 o'clock, and gently pull down. Other side would be this. Now 2 o'clock, which is away from the shoulder, and gently pull down. We'd hold that anywhere from 10 to 30 seconds. When we're doing with the neck, it's usually about 10 to 30. So next one, stretching out the neck. Now we're going to stretch out the abdominals. They can get very tight. So with my stability ball, and here's where the size can be important. As I roll forward, my tailbone is in contact with the ball, and if I have sufficient range of motion in my spine, meaning I can extend, the back of my head can also touch the ball. If not, that's okay. Make sure the tailbone is on for sure, and then your head will get there when it can. So from here, I still have my knees bent for support. Tailbone, back of head. I reach my hands, and I can hold the stretch here. If I want to make it more advanced, I walk these feet out, point my toes, really extend. I'm extending like I just jumped in the air, and let the body weight pull on the abdominals. If they're tight, you'll really, really feel that. Next one. Okay, that's for the abdominals. One for the lats. Now I'm going on my side. So this is where if you haven't used a stability ball, you might not want to jump into this stretch. So my top leg goes back, my bottom leg goes forward. Okay, very important, top leg goes back, you'll get a better stretch of the hip. The wider you can get these legs, the better. I'm flat here. I'm not rolling forward. I'm not rolling back. I'm in a good position on the ball, meaning my hand is able to touch. I'm not too far forward. I'm not too far back. Okay? I'm going to take this hand. Pinky needs to be up, not like this, not like this. Reach. I'm going to grab the wrist and pull down. You should feel this stretch. You might feel some of the tricep, but definitely from here all the way down and right here in the hip. If you're driving that leg back and back and back, this one hold anywhere from 30 to 60 you can hold on this one. You would go on both sides of that. Okay? So, next one. You would probably want to do this. I'm going to use the ball for a little balance. You would probably want to do this next one on a mat. I'm not going to do it on a mat. Anyways, we're going to go into a tall kneeling position, not a lunged kneeling position. So, tall kneeling position. So whatever knee is up, I'm holding on to something. Whatever knee is down, that hand reaches back. It's going to grab this foot. I'm going to take my hips, I'm pushing my hips forward. So with my hips, I'm not letting my hips rotate out. I'm taking this hip, rotating it forward, and then I'm tucking my tailbone underneath and lifting the chest. Now from here, you might not need to do much more. If you need more, you pull the foot and then you can lunge. Lunging forward is the last thing you do. If it's really tight, you won't need to do that. In fact, if it's really tight, you won't be able to get this hand, you won't be able to grab the foot. That's where you could use a towel or a belt. Okay, so we're stretching out the front of the quad, a little bit of the hip flexor. Last stretch we're going to do. Don't need a ball anymore. We're going to go into a basic hurdler's stretch position, which is 1 foot out, 1 foot into the thigh. Okay? Now this is an advanced stretch. Whatever leg is out, you're going to take that elbow, drive it into your elbow just like so. Okay? This hand is palm down. With your hand here, you push your shoulder back, so you're trying to get as flat as you can. Take this hand, remember pinky is up, and reach. Get these fingers to hit these toes. Don't cave forward. Reach back and then reach over. Similar to the one on the ball, you're getting a lot of stretch. You're also getting a lot of stretch in the hamstring. So those are your 5. To quickly review, we had behind here, levator scapula stretch, turning the head, chin down to chest. We had the abdominal stretch on the ball. We had the lat stretch on the ball, either side. We had the kneeling quad stretch, and then we had sometimes called the moon pose. You can call it whatever you want. Hurdler stretch with a side reach. So those are your 5 more advanced stretches for corrective stretches for better posture, for better breathing. Thank you.